What's up, everybody? I just wanted to jump on here tonight and make a quick video. Haven't made one in I guess about a week now, so wanted to get on here tonight and talk about the Georgia game. And I'm so pumped up and excited about this week. I didn't make a video about the ETSU game just because, honestly, the stats were great. I don't know how much you can really take away from playing ETSU. So yeah, I didn't make a video about that, but I like what I see, and I'm excited about this week. This is a huge game in Neyland Stadium, and it's time to get revenge. They have absolutely owned us for the last, I guess, since 2016 when Juwan Jennings made the Hail Mary catch, which was, man, one of my greatest memories as a Vols fan. And I love that guy, Juwan Jennings. He's the GOAT. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on here tonight and make a prediction and tell y'all what I think. And I hope what I think comes true. So yeah, I wrote some notes down tonight. Just really jotted some stuff down about Gunnar Stockton on the year. Against Marshall, he was 14 for 24, had 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay. Austin Peay, 26 for 34, 227 yards, 0 touchdowns. I will say against Marshall, he had 10 rushes for 73 yards. You know, that's a lot of rushing, and we know the kid can run. I feel like that's his best attribute. I feel like as a quarterback, he's pretty much just a game manager. That's really all you're going to get. I have no faith in him as a really good passing quarterback. I've literally haven't really seen that much out of him. I'm going to be honest. I'm not trying to hate on Georgia, but I know that he can rush. I know the kid can run. But so yeah, he's got he also had only 5 rushes for 13 yards against Austin Peay. I've heard a lot of different opinions on the Austin Peay game. Well, they had a delay in the game, this and that. It was hard to get up against Austin Peay. They're looking forward to the next week playing Tennessee, yada, yada, yada. I don't really know. I'm not an expert. I'm not in their minds. But I did watch the game, and they didn't look very good. It was 14-3 at halftime. They got stopped on the goal line when they had 3 or 4 tries to score, and they just couldn't get in the end zone. And, it is what it is. It's Austin Peay. I don't know what to think about it. I ain't going to try to have all the answers for it, but I'm worried about Tennessee this week. So, yeah, Gunnar Stockton had 417 yards in the last 2 games. And just comparing that to Joey, I wrote this down because I wanted to kind of compare that to Joey. Joey was 16 for 28, 247 yards, and 3 touchdowns against Syracuse. So, in his first game, he already had more touchdowns than Gunnar Stockton has had all year in 2 games. And he had 6 rushes for 34 yards in that game. And then ETSU, take it for what it is, 23 for 31, 288 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's got 5 touchdowns on the year. He had 0 rushing yards against ETSU, and we definitely know why that is. We do not need him taking any chances. So, yeah, 5 touchdowns total out of the last 2 games and 535 total yards. So, his numbers are definitely better than Gunnar Stockton. Take it for what it is. I've heard Georgia, analysts that cover Georgia, saying all this different things, why this and why that. I don't know. I'm not a Georgia expert, but I do have my opinions on Gunnar Stockton, and I just don't have a lot of faith in him. I really think he's a game manager type quarterback, and I do think he's dangerous if he gets out of the pocket and starts to run. I think that can open up the offense for them, and it can probably throw us off a little bit. As you know, a running quarterback can mess a lot of things up for a defense. So I think we need to bring a lot of heat, bring a lot of pressure, and try to keep him in the pocket and bring the heat on him. And yeah, looking at their receivers, they got Zachariah Branch, I believe is his name, and Colby Young, and then Zachariah Branch has 6 receptions so far, 112 yards and 1 touchdown. And Colby Young has 9 receptions for 101 yards. So, yeah, 2 solid receivers. Colby Young is a big kid. I believe he's like 6'5". Don't remember how much he weighed, but I know it's well over 200 and something. He's a big boy. And Zachariah Branch is just I would say just an athlete, a wiry athlete, shifty athlete. And they're dangerous with the ball in their hands. I think Young is physical. He can go up and get it. And Colton Hood is going to get put to the test this week, and as well as our other guy. And I think they're going to be all right. But I think it's going to be physical, and I think we're going to really see what we're made of. It's unfortunate that we're without McCoy and Gibson this week against Georgia. But it is what it is. That's football. It's part of the game, and we're going to move forward, and I'm confident with the guys that we have. I'm confident in the D-line. I'm confident in our linebackers. I love our linebackers, Spillman, T-Lander, Arion Carter, all those guys. I'm confident in the D-line, and I hope Josephs and Bryson Eason, all those guys just bring the absolute heat against Gunnar Stockton, make him sweat, make him work for it, man. And I believe this is going to be not a super high-scoring game. I believe it's going to be a in-the-trenches battle. I really do. I don't see Georgia scoring a lot of points, and I don't see Tennessee scoring a lot of points because I haven't really even talked about Georgia's defense, and not going to get into all the numbers and stuff, but they're an elite defense, and they always are an elite defense. And Kirby Smart, if we know anything about him, man, he knows how to coach against Tennessee, as we've all heard 1,000 times this week. And yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Heupel and Joey Halsley can scheme some stuff up, learn from some stuff in the past that they've done to us, in their defensive schemes. And, we know they're going to be physical. Brazel and Matthews and Staley and all these guys are going to get roughed up a little bit, man. And we're going to see how they're going to handle that, how they're going to handle, adversity. And, yeah. I'm excited, man. I got confidence in Joey. I got confidence in playing in Neyland Stadium. And you know what? I got us winning this game. I got the streak is being broke. The streak that hasn't been broke since 2016, I believe, is getting broke on Saturday. And I've really went back and forth with my score predictions, and I really see it being in the 20s. For both of us, I'm going to go with 27-24 Tennessee. That's what I'm going with, and I'm sticking with that. It might be maybe a little too high, maybe a 24-17, but I think something around that. So I'm going to go 27-24 Tennessee, and I'm sticking with it. And let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. I got faith in Joey. I think, man, he's just a calm, cool, collected guy. I think he's, he already knows how to run the offense. He's dangerous when he can run. I like what I see when he can run the ball. But, I think he has 0 interceptions this year. I think that shows a lot of promise. But, yeah, I just got faith in the guy. I really do. He's gained my respect so far. I have no reason not to trust him. I trust him a lot more than I do Gunnar Stockton. And yeah, I did want to mention, even with the receivers, Brazel had a great game last game. And, man, if he can keep that up and really stay consistent, man, we really need that. Brazel has 14 receptions for 187 yards this year. He's our leading receiver. Granted, we played ETSU, and yeah, he did have some stats come up in that game. But you know what? Georgia played Marshall. So, Marshall's probably better than ETSU, but I'm just saying. And their leading receiver has 112 yards with 1 touchdown. So, and Matthews has 8 receptions for 140 yards. So with 1 touchdown. So our second leading receiver has more than Branch does. So I just think Georgia's offense is shaky. I think that, as you know, the quarterback position is literally the most important position on the field. And I think that, I think it's just a little iffy. I don't really trust Gunnar Stockton. I think that Kirby Smart is always going to have an elite defense. He's going to have the 5 stars. He's going to have the freak athletes out of that state of Georgia. He's going to have that, and he's going to have the coaching ability to be ready to play against Tennessee, and that's why I don't think we're going to score a lot of points. But I think 27 points is a pretty good bid, I guess. But definitely, no, I don't believe we're reaching 30 at all. But I do believe that our defense can hold up Georgia's offense. Their running game is, they got those 3 running backs, Frazier, Phillips Jr., and Bowens. From what I've read and saw, Phillips Jr. has half less carries as Frazier does, but he has 1 less yard at 115 yards, and the other boy, Frazier, has 116 yards. And he did that on half as many carries. Phillips Jr. is a smaller guy. He's like £175. He's like 5'11", but his dad was like an Olympic athlete. He's a speedster. I think he is dangerous with the ball in his hands. And then Frazier's more of a power back. He's like 225 pounds, 5'11", pretty stout guy, I believe. Or that might be Bowens, but I think Frazier's pretty stout too. I think they're similar in weight and height. And I think those are Bowens and Frazier is kind of like their little power backs, and then Phillips Jr. is their shifty back. And I think he's dangerous. I think you can throw him, throw some passes out to him on the side, and he can be dangerous with the ball in his hands. And I think don't give him some holes, because I think he will hit them and run through them and make you pay for it. That's kind of what I see from Georgia. Go Big Orange, man. Let's get up here and get this win. I think playing in Neyland has an insane impact, being in the greatest football stadium in the country, the loudest football stadium in the country, the best, craziest fans in the country. And I think that's a huge benefit. Yeah, they've beat us in there a lot of times, but I just feel it this year. I think, call me crazy, and you know what? I might make another video, and I could be wrong, but I'm giving my best prediction, in my opinion, and I think Tennessee's going to win this game. It's going to be a really close game, but I think we're coming to play. So, go Big Orange. I might make another video this week before the game starts. But, man, let's do this. GBO, baby.